Independent space is no longer a cottage industry. It's really grown up in the last 10 years, and I think you've seen an acceptance in the industry that's a viable alternative to the wirehouse model. Companies like ours, Dynasty Financial Partners, help provide a platform on which larger teams can successfully land, create their own brand, create their own client experience, and offer more products and services. And so I think that the industry has developed to a place where larger teams are very comfortable considering, thinking about, and then making a move to independence. The wirehouses are certainly responding to the challenge of the independent space. I think, though, they have some inherent strategic things they need to work through, though. They're larger, so they tend to move slower. They have more advisors, so they have to deal with all of the advisors in the wirehouse. The independent space allows teams to really create their own niche, to figure out what their value proposition to their client is, to really focus on their client, to focus on their brand, to own their own equity, to build value, enterprise value in something that's theirs, and to be very nimble. Technology and other things in the independent space really allow teams to operate at a very high level, independent of other peers in the space, no matter what they might be doing. A lot of the capabilities in technology used to be within the wirehouses. They had larger balance sheets, they had more capabilities, they had bigger teams. So a lot of the build on the technology side, there were certainly advantages in the wirehouse. That's no longer the case. And the independent space is really an opportunity to take advantage of the best technologies, whether it's on the reporting side, planning side, and integrating it into a coherent platform for an advisor team. And that's what Dynasty Financial Partners does, is we listen to what the needs of the advisor are, and then put together a integrated technology platform that incorporates those needs. But it really is an interesting aha moment for our advisors when they see what the capabilities are in the independent space versus where they have been, say, for the last decade in the big banks and wirehouses. Dynasty has a minimum assets under management threshold of about $300 million in AUM. Our average team is somewhere between $500 and $700 million in AUM. These are sophisticated, large wealth management type teams that have needs for not just trading, but asset management, wealth management, insurance, trust, estate services, credit and lending. And so what Dynasty really is an answer to is how do we replicate a lot of the services, a lot of the capabilities of the wirehouse model in the independent space. And so our target market is the larger, more sophisticated teams. I think that they are very surprised that the capabilities are as good as they are. Our team is made up of a lot of former wirehouse advisors and practitioners and specialists in their particular fields. The way an engagement with Dynasty normally starts, it's a consultative process where we listen to the owner of the business, how they want to set up their practice in the independent space. Our transition team then gets involved in mapping the assets, in doing a P&L so they understand the economics, sometimes much better economics for them in the independent space, and then being on the ground with them, helping them transition their assets. Once they're up and running on our platform, they have access to our full service team, which is specialists in credit and lending, estate planning, structured products, alternatives. So we've created a service deliverable that supports these teams as they grow. So we see ourselves as a growth partner. An amazing statistic about advisors that join Dynasty Financial Partners is 12 months after they break, they're at 140% of assets that they were pre-break. So by helping them in the transition process and helping them grow their businesses, they see much greater growth in the independent space than they were back at their previous employers.